Good morning, Julie. Impacted by images they can never get out of their heads. That's what Red Cross volunteers say about their time in New York. Now they're telling us about those moments on the 18th anniversary. It's been 18 years, but it might as well have been yesterday for Gary Miller.
What we saw first was we were walking through papers, thousands of paper, and by this time, of course, the buildings had already collapsed.
Within minutes of the attack, he was notified that he would be going to New York City entrusted as direction of operations at Ground Zero. And he wasn't alone.
And that was one of my biggest memories right there, is everybody wondering where their loved one was. You know, where this family member was. And that was a lot of it right up front, is trying to find those loved ones.
The American Red Cross mobilized more than 1 million volunteers, both right after the attack. And in the weeks that followed, volunteers like Tammy Simendinger.
There were so many different stories going on.
Tammy went to New York 9 days after the attack, and the heartbreak was still raw.
I was walking on Ground Zero. I was working with the members, the workers, to make sure they had boots, gloves, all that stuff. And I looked over and I saw this parking garage. That's when I lost it. Because this parking garage was full of cars, just covered in soot. And to me, I remembered, those people aren't coming back to get their cars.
Even as she and others tried to help, those looking for loved ones were launching searches of their own.
Well, all over New York City, there was boards of messages, the messages boards. You know, have you seen them? Have you done this? And you leave messages on there for people, and I think that's the thing that gets me.
But Tammy worries the lessons of that day are fading.
We said back then we would never forget. I think people are forgetting that we're all Americans and that we need to love more. You know, everybody's human, and we got to stop the hate and start loving more.
Stop the hate and start loving more. Both Miller and Simendinger say this day is also about hope. She says one of the most powerful things she did was deliver cards from kids to first responders right after the attack. Julie.